Hello, my name is Mr. Gaudette, and I'm your online CAD instructor. This is a movie that I put together to help you with the orthographic projection quiz. And this is an explanation of the glass box and 6 principal views. And you can see that we have this object is kind of suspended, and it gives all of the views. There's 6 of them: right side, front, top, and there's the rear, left side, bottom. And we don't use all of these views, and the rule is minimum views necessary to describe the part. And the views that we use primarily for rectangular parts are front, side, and top view, and these are considered primary views. And that's with third angle projection. And the rule of thumb is the minimum views necessary to describe a part. So with this particular part, it's 3 views. For circular parts, only 2 views are necessary, and for flat parts, only 1 view is necessary. So the rule is minimum views necessary to describe a part. And the front view is chosen to illustrate the longest length of the width of the part generally, and it's also chosen to illustrate the working view of the part. In other words, this is how it would be bolted to a particular machine or bench or whatever. So this area, the front view, is chosen as the working view of the part and the longest width of the part. And again, circular views, only 2 views necessary to describe a part. And throughout the course, so we're using 1.5 inches between views. That's the distance between our views. And let's go up here a little further, back up to the beginning. Orthographic projection and multi-view construction. And this is a 2D views, multi-view. Here's the front, the side, and the top view of that part that we were looking at. And and here gives a description of the multi-view drawings. And standards and conventions of multi-view drawings have been developed over many years, which equip us with a universally understood method of communicating blueprints. The basic principle of projection is the line of sight. So we're standing directly in front of this, and we're looking at the front view of the part. And with orthographic projection, all these projection lines are parallel to one another. But the image itself is perpendicular. Orthographic is derived from the word orthos, meaning perpendicular at 90 degrees. So the projection lines themselves are at 90 degrees to the part, but the projection lines are all parallel, exactly parallel to one another. And let's get down a little further. I'm going to go slow so you can pause this easily. And we're going to come back up to the first and third angle projection. The next point of this quiz is going to be understand the parts themselves. Now when reviewing any of these, like the side view of the part, there's only 2 basic dimensions on the side view, and it has to do with its depth and height for the side view. And the front view is its width and height. And the top view, it's its width and depth. So for any of the different views, there are only 2 basic dimensions for the various primary views that we use throughout the course. And we're using primarily third angle projection, which is used in the United States. In Europe and other industrialized nations, they're still using first angle projection. And let's see. Okay, let's go back up. Excuse me. I can't always guarantee the exact tone of my voice when I make these. The point at which I assemble something isn't not an actor, just a draftsman and a teacher. Okay, this is the 6 principal views, and this front view is also on the frontal plane of projection, and we're going to see that here. And we see our width, our depth, our height. And this is the box unfolded. And these are the various line thicknesses. Here's just showing how they draw this. And I show all of that to you in the movie files for drawing. But what we're looking for is the different planes of projection. And that I want to show you. And let's see if it's illustrated here. There's a lot of beautiful parts here. I go back up here. Okay, we'll use this. This front view is considered on the frontal plane of projection. The side view is the profile plane of projection. And if you want to easy to remember that, it's just when they take a snapshot of somebody that's going to jail, it's a profile shot to see what they look like from the front and the side view. So this is profile plane of projection, which is the right and left sides. The horizontal plane of projection represents the top and the bottom views. And there's a couple of questions here which help you understand that if we unfold this box, we're seeing that in other words, which views of a part all line up horizontally and have the same height on an orthographic drawing. So the same height, and that would be the rear, the left, the front, and the right side views. The views that all line up vertically and have the same depth would be the top and the bottom views. And the last understanding that we want to have has to do with first angle projection. And And basically, between first and third angle projection, it has to do with his first angle projection, and it's the arrangement of the views. Here we have the top view down on the bottom, and we have the front view to the top right, and we have the side view to the top left. It's basically the arrangement of the views that have to do with this kind of projection. And again, that's the primary view. And they're actually projecting the front view on the back of the part and the right side view. So everything's projected from the back on first first angle projection. And that should be a big help. Let's see, we got about 11 minutes long. This shouldn't take too long to render. This will help you be successful with this particular quiz. You have a couple of chances, and again, this is the information that you need to understand what you're doing. You're learning how to read blueprints and make blueprints, and these are drafting terminology, the language of drafting. Okay, hope this is helpful. I'm sure it will.